The topic before us is waiting that results praise. When you wait, it brings about an encounter with Him. A place of waiting is a place of communion with God. Place where you are inactive in the physical, but you are very active in the closet, asking of the Lord, waiting for His active actions. Most times when I look at Abraham, what gave you the understanding and you were still waiting till 100 years or 99? How? And he never faltered. He said he was looking for a city whose builder and maker is God. Hence he was living in tents. He was not moved by the modern things like them. It's my prayer that as in our different ways, not only fasting, God had promised you are just waiting for the fulfillment of that promise. Or challenges are around you, you are just praying, not knowing what is going to happen. That's a waiting time. Am I speaking? That's a waiting time. Or you are in a relationship, or you are expecting God to give you a husband of His own, and things seems to be coming late. At 45, not sure, God forbid. And yet that will not give you a reason to say, let me make commitment to the word, maybe it will be supplied. No, it won't bring about God's praise. Please understand this waiting that brings about God's revelation, that makes for awareness of God, that brings about understanding and practical wisdom on how God works and His ways. This thing does not come by reading, just by reading. You may read a lot of books, Bible, you may even worship Bible, and yet you may not have any insight into who God is. One thing stood out when I look at men that became so ruggedly committed to God, and God demonstrated that waited patiently, like Joseph. There was no Bible with him in Egypt. Who tells you that God doesn't know what you need? Who tells you that your desire for God, your desire for riches, your pursuit after worldly care, after big house, after big car, after fine ladies, after this, those things, they are subchanging your glory. These men, they didn't desire anything that would rescue them from the fire apart from God. God was their desire, and when God showed up, were they delivered? That should propel us to desire to meet with Him. These days, shortcuts to satisfaction, shortcut to meet needs. If you are asked to go and pray, I've prayed, I've done every other thing, then go and pray more. Go and wait on the Lord. Even if you can't pray, just go and wait on the Lord. For how long? It depends on Him. Times and seasons are in His hand. He does what He wants to do in His own time. We need to know that God is in control. These children did not blame the king or the people that gang up against them. No. But they knew that God desired to make His control known to all. What do we do? Wait for the Lord. Number one, wait on the Lord. Number two, be of good courage. That is, stand strong. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage. And number three, He will strengthen your hearts when you wait on Him. How these children were so strong in their conviction despite all that happened is because God strengthened them. Let me let you know this: the power of the Holy Spirit is still at work in our ignorance and in our weaknesses to make the nature of God to be revealed in us and to be released into us, to be strong, to be relevant for His glory. Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, constant in prayer. These things were a representation in the life of our brethren, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, waiting on the Lord.